Welcome back to Random Crossing New Horizons. I'm doing Darling. I shall see what's going on our lovely island of Fawnhollow today. Well, I don't know what we're going to talk about today. I don't really have anything particularly in mind. Oh, did you see that TF2 actually got an update? If you don't know, I think I talked about this when it happened, but on one of the days, the TF2 community basically rallied together to get like a trending hashtag about TF2 being like, save TF2. Because if you don't know, TF2 has basically not been updated for years and years and years, apart from maybe like minor bug fixes here and there, I think. Basically hasn't gotten content update for like 8 years or something, which is fine. Yeah, I think most people have accepted that content's kind of over, but like they wanted someone, the Valve, not someone, to deal with a huge robot problem, bot problem. But anyway, hello everyone. Right now in Fawnhallow, it's 3:25 PM on Thursday, June 23rd, 2022. Vista staying up campsite. Yeah, in TF2 there's a huge bot problem where there's like bots with like hacks which like auto headshot you, and then they like, as I understand it, they like if you try and kick them, they'll change their name to someone who else is on the server, and they will start a vote kick or something like this, just to sort of like basically frame someone else. It's a very wild thing. Whereas certainly if you are any semblance of, I don't know how to say this, like, but it's something where you'd be like, oh, it's like a bot problem or something. And I thought it was like, oh, I bet they're doing it because there's a thing ages ago in TF2 where like called idling, where basically you can get like free items from it just by sort of like using a bot to play quote unquote on account. But you go to like these idle servers where you just sort of like stand still and nothing happens. You like constantly take damage just to make sure that you don't get AFK kicked or something. That's how you get like more drops in the game or something like that. I thought that this was just an extension of that. Apparently it's not. Apparently it's literally just like people wanting attention. So and it's weird. It's not even like, because I don't know how to say it, because like at least with hacking, I don't agree with hacking, of course, at all in that sort of sense, but at least I can see why someone would do it if they were like, oh, I'm playing this game, I think I'm a lot better than I actually am, I feel like I deserve to be a higher rank, so I'm just going to use cheats to get myself to a higher rank, and then I'll be able to play normally at the elo I deserve. Obviously utterly insane, but I can at least understand that viewpoint. But this one is apparently they're just doing it just to be annoying, which I'm just sort of like, that seems really boring. I'm gonna be honest. It's like, it doesn't sound particularly fun, just being annoying in that regard. But I suppose, what do I know? I'm not one of the people who actually running these bots around something in the first place. But apparently the update has fixed a lot of that, and it sort of helped things out. I don't know if we got a park clock or not, so we might as well order it. Helped to make things easier. I don't think they've completely got rid of a problem, but they've done things like you can't change your I think we have a tourist telescope, but I'm not sure, so I'm going to put it down anyway. Tourist telescope. But it's something where I believe they've actually fixed quite a lot of things. Oh, actually, we might have all of these now. I'm not sure. No, there's no way we don't have that. But we're nearly done, And it only cost about 60,000 or something Nook Mile tickets. Nook Miles, full stop. Actually, it probably cost about 100,000 in total. So it's a good thing that we had like 180,000 saved up or something insane like that. But yeah, I don't know. I'm trying to think if I've, obviously the game I play most online, well, at least in my entire life, has probably been League of Legends. That's probably one I spent the most hours in. I've actually run into very few cheaters all my time in League of Legends. And that's because League of Legends tends to have quite like a strict, action against people who actually cheat in the game in the first place. So, you get caught cheating, like they have ways to detect your scripts or what, that sort of thing, even things which I assume they get false positives from time to time. I'm not like really an expert in their sort of like anti-cheat system, but basically if you start cheating, you'll get like banned pretty quickly, I believe, in League of Legends. I do remember this one time though, I did fight a cheater on the enemy team, but it was really funny because obviously we didn't run into cheaters. We saw people had scripts, you see them uploaded videos, so it's just like, oh, this Cogmore has like perfect kiting or something, and basically they mechanically execute things at far too perfect a level, and everyone just sort of goes like, what? But I'd never seen it before. But it was this time where one of my friends was playing mid lane, like one-on-one. Basically in League of Legends it's a team game, but it starts out the game as like a one-on-one, separate one-on-ones essentially. was playing one-on-one versus someone he claimed was cheating. He was like, this guy is so good, he's literally hitting every single thing, this guy must be cheating, you know. And to be fair, this is one of my friends, he doesn't like, you know, call cheats or like throw accusations like that all that often, but you know, he is the type that sometimes, you know, he's all good with a little bit of ribbing, you know, as most of my friends are, I suppose. So of course you were just like, ha ha ha, you know, and you're just really bad, of course, you're playing against a cheater, a hacker, quote quote, or something like that. And then we actually started fighting him when it came to team fights, and we were just like, why is he so strange? Like, how did he dodge that ability? He didn't even know I was there, or that sort of thing. Or it's like he literally he's lining his skill shots up perfectly. And there's this really weird thing, he was playing Victor, I remember, it was pre-rework Victor, I believe, and his ultimate was doing something really weird. It was like flashing and blinking and moving abnormally fast, and we were just like, what's going on? And they actually admitted it. We were just like, are you hacking or cheating? And they were like, no, winky face. And of course we were just like, oh, okay, well, that's kind of weird and lame. Not gonna lie, especially because we weren't even playing ranked, we were playing normal, so I don't even know why we were doing it. Maybe just trying to flex with our friends or whatnot. They probably got banned later on, but you know, the amount of vindication that one friend felt when it was just like, I told you they were cheating and you were making fun of me for about 20 minutes straight. We did say sorry, of course, but you know, it was also it's understandable why it's like that in the first place, isn't it? You know, your friend makes a joke, you make jokes back and that sort of thing. I accidentally pressed the wrong button, so we're not going anywhere in a hurry apparently. But that's the only time I can remember playing against a legitimate cheater in League of Legends. It might have happened other times, but I genuinely can't remember off the top of my head. That one always sits in my memory, at least because it was really funny. Just like, you know, we're taking the mic, well, taking a mix, you know, a bit harsher than perhaps what I usually do. More like, well, obviously, like, being a bit jovial, if I want to put it in the strangest way possible, which is like just joking around, being like, haha, of course, you know, you're playing with a hacker, you know, etc, cheating, whatever have you. But then, you know, it just turns out he actually was playing against a cheater this entire time. He must have felt so vindicated in that moment, that friend. I don't know, and I wonder if he remembers it. He probably doesn't remember it, I'm going to be honest. A lot of these earlier memories, it turns out I'm basically the only one who remembers them. I gotta say, my neck hurts. I don't know why my neck hurts so much. It feels like it's tired or something. It's a strange situation where, like, it feels like my neck is tired of holding up my head. Maybe it's just a position of my neck. Maybe I'm leaning forward a bit too much. You know, get a bit too much of a forward head going on. You know, bring it all the way back. But this feels weird. Bring it back to normalcy. I'm trying to think if there's other times I faced cheaters. I mean, like probably, but you know, maybe I don't really like understand. Or that, not understand, but like didn't realise. What are you wearing, Lily? When did you get that? I don't know. Excuse me, but maybe it's something I just wasn't particularly aware of. You know, I didn't realise this was a cheater, etc, etc, etc. But now I do. You know, circumstances have changed, but I really can't remember off the top of my head any other cheaters I fought. I probably fought, and like they tended to be quite ubiquitous in certain games. You know, like Rainbow Six Siege, they're quite common. Well, I shouldn't say they're quite common in, it's just, you know, more so than other games, you know, like in League of Legends, it's like, if there's widespread cheats, that, you know, that would certainly make news to me. I'd be like, whoa, I didn't know there were, like, widespread. I know there are cheats in the game, that sort of thing, but, you know, you rarely hear about them, and even though I've been playing for like 10 years, I've only run into one. Oh, one that I know of, I suppose. But Siege, I haven't played Siege as much. I've played a decent amount of Siege, but maybe not like insane amounts. I feel like almost certainly I've run in against a cheater once at least before, but I can't remember off the top of my head. Because the problem with Siege is it's a bit hard to tell, because sometimes, you know, Smurfs are like really good, where sometimes you could feel like, oh, they must be cheating, but you know, really they just like know the map better than you, they have better game knowledge than you, you know. So what feels like cheating is more like, oh, maybe they heard your footsteps or that sort of thing, or they just they saw you on a camera before but didn't ping you, so you didn't even realise that they were spotted, and it looks like they just warbanged you through the ward or something like that, or they were communicating with their teammates, and their, you know, teammates was like, oh, you know, there's someone directly to your right, and or sometimes, you know, as it happens in shooters, sometimes you just get lucky. Like the amount of times I played Valorant, I'm not good at Valorant. I might like to point out, I'm not very good at shooters. The only reason I'm kind of decent at Siege is because Siege you can exploit a lot of other things to your advantage. Rather than necessarily like mechanical shooting skill. But in Valorant, the amount of times I randomly just got lucky headshots, you know, like someone like springs up on me and I just turn around and accidentally flick and get them in the head or something. You know, if you saw that as an isolated experience, you'll be like, Well, okay. I mean, you probably wouldn't be like cheating immediately. I suppose that's a bit much, but maybe you would. Maybe you'd be like, hey, that's a little bit sus, as I might say. But probably, you know, if you got any sort of like sense of reasonability of of actions, you'd be like, wow, I can't believe they got so lucky. They just randomly clicked and they got me, you know. But then, you know, you fight against me like 9 more times, and you know I lose every other engagement, and then you're just sort of like, okay, this person can't be cheating. If they are cheating, then what on earth are they doing? It's a long and short of it. But I forgot what I was going with this. I'm gonna be perfectly honest. Cheating and hacking, you know, it's not really as common as it seems. But I've run into, and I will say, I've never cheated and I've never hacked in an online game or any sort of competitive game. But the only time is, you know, obviously there's like Game Shark sort of things on the DS. I've never owned a Game Shark, so I don't even know how those really work. I've used cheat codes probably before. I don't know if that really counts. There's also this one time we were playing Terraria. I don't know what happened off the top of my head, but like there was some bug which happened which made us lose a load of like our heart crystals or something like that. So we hacked in, I say, it's more like you just modify your save file to just be holding a few more heart crystals, so we get all the heart crystals we had before. It's basically we sort of reset, cheating sort of to bring us back to the progress we lost through a bug. Actually saying that, I actually recorded I nearly accidentally just dropped the next series by accident there, but the game that's following on from Chicory, which by the way I should check when these are actually getting uploaded, because I haven't actually finished the Fawnhallow art. Like I finished a sketch on one of them, the mystery one, but I've not actually finished the Fawnhallow art. It'll be really quick though. I'm not gonna lie. When's it actually? Oh, I got like a week and a half. That's fine. Okay, but I need to sort that out at some point. I need to record more videos. Like July is almost here. Let me think. Hold on. I've got videos up to about July 5th. So tomorrow will be about up to like July 12th or so. In which case, from there, I would need how many more videos? 18 more, well no, not 18 more videos. It'd be about 3 weeks of videos. Which is about 9 separate days of recording. So I should be done. Oh man, I won't be done in time. Is that right? Oh, I forgot to been uploading the videos I recorded today. You know, I should be doing that now. Okay, okay, that one's definitely far too small, so that can't be the right one. So we'll do this, you know, retitle them, upload them for my own convenience. Yeah, I'm trying to think of other times I've even run into hackers or cheaters in a game. It probably happened in RuneScape. I didn't really play RuneScape all that often, so I can't really say I know for certain what that's all about. I've run into many scammers before, I would say, in online games. Obviously, I've sort of wisened up to them now. You know, I'm much more used to their sort of tricks and that sort of thing. But I'm not sure I talked about this, but you know, I used to play Habbo Hotel when I was much younger. By the way, I played it far younger than I should have, to be perfectly honest. Well, what was essentially an online chat room. You know, hopefully the statute of limitations up on, you know, about that when I created an account. But there was one time I actually, you know, someone did actually legitimately scam me. And I fell for it. I fell for it because I didn't you know, I was like 10 or something. I didn't really understand it. But he was like, there's this awesome trick you can do to get like infinite credits in game. That's like the in-game premium currency or whatever. What you had to do is you type your password, put a full stop, and then press Control W. No, enter Control W or something, all in quick succession. And I was like, whoa, cool. So I did it, and then, you know, it said my password at the time, which was like cookie or something, which I'm fine with saying right now because, you know, obviously that's not my password. I don't use passwords which are just cookie anymore. You know, especially now since I know a bit more about cybersecurity, etc., etc. Two-factor authentication, the best password you can have, is my opinion. We're still looking for this hairbow. This hairbow is never coming. But yeah, what was I going to say? Oh yeah, I remember, you know, I logged back into my account, you know, and he took like half of my rubber ducks. I had like a rubber duck collection. That was literally like one of the only things I had was like this rubber duck collection, and then he just like ended up stealing them from me. And I was like, what? How did this happen? I was so upset. I wasn't that upset, I'm going to be honest, but because mainly I didn't really understand what happened. But I did change my password. At least I had not the wherewithal, but like the smarts to actually change my password in the first place to make sure that I didn't lose anything else. But that's a formative time, you know, a lesson of hard knocks where I'm just like, wow, okay, I've got to be careful. Not everyone, people out here, they've not always got my best interests in mind. They're looking at themselves as, a dog eat dog world out here, and I'm like, what? How could this world be so cruel and fate be unkind? Etc. etc. I don't remember there being any hackers in Habbo Hotel, but I mean there probably were, to be perfectly honest. People like hacking like all sorts of games, but I don't know. Like, even though I said even though I don't really like empathize with it, I can at least see why you would do it. It just sort of like, it feels like it invalidates everything, doesn't it? Like, I understand the perspective, whereas there's like, oh, you feel like you belong at a certain elo, so you hack just to be like, oh, accelerate my climbing process. But I feel like, doing that sort of invalidates your progress in the first place. Obviously, I can say that easily from my perspective, being like, someone who would never hack or cheat in a game. You'd be like, why would you do it? But obviously, these sort of people who do it in the first place, they're not thinking through that perspective. I'd imagine. If they are, then I'm sort of just like, what? I suppose that's up to them in the first place. And it's just like, don't ruin the experience for other people and that sort of thing. That's really the sort of long and short of it. If what you're doing is ruining the experience of fun for other people, then I would not do it. And that includes like, like hacking in cooperative games as well. You might think that only applies to like competitive games. I don't know what I'm telling you. If you're a type of person to watch my videos, you're obviously probably not someone who's going to be someone who would hack or cheat or anything like that. I like to think of people who watch me have like good values instilled within them. Not really through my influence. I'm not really your parent or anything, but hopefully I can be someone to, remind you and, pat you on the back for having good morals. I don't really know what I was going with this, to be perfectly honest. And, here's where you can have a straw man argument. Oh, so you say you don't cheat. What about if you play the game cheat, huh? But you cheated in that. Okay, yes, especially when I played it on Neopets, I have cheated in that game, that's kind of a point. But cheating is part of the game, so, it's really sort of just like allowed cheating rather than like not allowed cheating. Is it really cheating? To be honest, if the cheating isn't part of the rules, What about your other social deception games? I bet you were the imposter in Among Us and you said you weren't. Okay, yeah. I mean, that's not cheating, I suppose, but I don't know. Like, what's a literal definition of cheating? I suppose it's going against the established rules of... It's like going outside of a system of the established rules, I suppose, is how I'd sort of paraphrase it. Things like Among Us and... whatchamacallit? Oh, I forgot we actually had a visitor. Cheat themselves. It's within the rules where you're meant to lie. So, you lie, but it's not cheating because it's actually technically within the rules, despite, the namesake of cheat being cheat. Ah, you are... I know your name. I know your name. I feel like it starts with E. Colton. Yeah, I mean, that's C, D, E, only like 2 letters away from each other. Close enough. I was gonna be like Edgar, and I was like, that's not right. Edward. Maybe that's what I had in mind. Like King Edward. I'm running out of water. I feel so thirsty. I mean, my throat hurts because I've just been speaking too much. And who can really say? Who can say the wind blows? Anyway, what's I going with all of this? Yeah, I don't know. Don't cheat in games. It's good rule to sort of abide by. Don't I don't know. Don't hack. Just don't be a killjoy, I suppose. Don't ruin the experience for other people, I suppose. But but the sort of people who would listen to me, a random person on YouTube, being like, hey, don't ruin experience for other people, are not the type of people to heed our advice in the first place. So it's a bit null and void. So maybe I should go spin back on stories against scammers, hackers, and scoundrels. He's a tramp. He's a scoundrel. That I've had when I ran into other people playing in online games. I don't know. I'm trying to think. I really can't think off the top of my head. I've probably been scammed before on an online game, but I don't know. I don't tend to interact with others all that much on online game, like with that personable level, I suppose. Maybe because of that one guy, who scammed me that one time. Yeah, I wonder what he's up to now. I don't often think about it, but I am thinking about it now. What do you think he's up to? Do you think he's a upstanding person? He's he's not the type to scam or cheat his way through video games. Maybe he was probably just like a young teenager himself or something. He he learned the error of his ways or something, and now, you know, maybe he works in cybersecurity to, you know, prevent things like this happening. Or maybe he went, like, he fully lead into it and became that sort of villain. He works in like a scam call center or whatever, trying to rip people out of their money. I don't know. Life is weird how it can work out several ways. That's probably one of the dumbest things I said, but it's not wrong, you know. It's just an interesting thought experiment, basically being like, I wonder what happened to him. And also, why did he only take 5 of my ducks? But it seems so pointless, because ducks are like one of the if you don't know, ducks were one of like the cheapest furniture items you can even get in Happy Hotel. But you know, there were different types, which, you know, resulted in people having like collections of that sort of thing. Like me, like I tried to collect ducks where at all possible. But I don't know. Oh, hello. Sorry, I just noticed there's a moth in my window. I don't know how long it's been there. Is that moth alive? Oh, I think it might be in a spider's web. Okay, well, you do you, moth. Whether you want to escape or not. I don't. If you're in a spider's web, you're not wrapped up or anything, which is a bit surprising. I legitimately thought it was just like a piece of leaf. What do we do now? I guess we'll try and farm some nook marls again. Oh, should have sold fruits, change our clothes. Fossils. Fossils are just so annoying to get when it's been raining. Because you might just dig it up and it's a gyroid, and I don't want gyroids anymore. I already got Mom, I already got them all. Anyway, I forgot what I was saying. Legit, oh yeah. Hackers, scoundrels, scamps. I don't know, I'm trying to think of other things you might hear in like a Disney song. Sorry, I feel kind of tired today. It's just been a hot day. I suppose you know, sort of drained myself socially yesterday. My battery's gone. Taking some time to recharge myself. But of course I'm trying to keep the not peppy conversation necessarily, but the engaging conversation as we do this sort of thing. I don't know. Have I run into any other sort of hackers and scams and that sort of thing? You know, oh, Action Replay, that's what it's called. Wait, is that what I called it before? I called it Game Shark or something. I feel like Game Shark might be something different. I don't remember. I remember it being advertised in my Game. Game, if you don't know, is I'm not sure if it's just in the UK, but it's like a I was gonna say chain restaurant. That's wrong. It's a video game chain store, a video game chain where basically, you know, they sell things of video games about something. It used to be pretty good because they used to sell more retro things. Like it was the only place I could get GameCube games way after, like, you know, the GameCube was stopped really being supported. It was like, you know, a couple years into the Wii's release of that sort of thing. It was the only place I can get GameCube games, which is awesome. You know, that's why I bought my GameCube games, Paper Mario 1000 Year Door, etc, etc. The only story I have about it was like I bought a GameCube game, didn't know I needed a memory card, and you know, in retrospect, one of the workers asked me, "Do you have a memory card so you can actually play this game?" I didn't understand what he said for some reason, so I just went, "Yeah," because I just wanted to buy the game. I wasn't really paying attention. Bear in mind, I was like 12, maybe 13. I'm not really sure. And then I just, you know, went home, played the game. Turned out you need a memory card to save your progress, and I was like, oh. So, you know, I just sort of made it a game of how far could I get into Paper Mario 1000 Year Door without saving. And I beat Chapter 1, I suppose, in one session. And then, you know, next time we went to the shopping mall or whatever, I was like, yo, I'm going to get a memory card so I can actually play this game. It was a very small memory card. It was small enough that I couldn't actually save all the save files of all the games I played. So, like, it couldn't... But it had Paper Mario 1000 Year Door, it had Luigi's Mansion, and like Mario Party 6 and Mario Party 7 on it. And then like I bought Animal Crossing for a GameCube because, you know, I loved Animal Crossing, that sort of thing. I played it, didn't have enough space in memory card, deleted all my saves on my thing just to make room for Animal Crossing. Retrospect, probably should have got another GameCube memory card, gonna be honest. But voilà, passé. At the very least, my village is probably still alive on Animal Crossing, which is fun? Question mark? Why am I so tired? I'm exhausted. I didn't sleep very well last night, I suppose, maybe. I mean, it wasn't when I'm like, you know, sometimes like once, like every month or so, I'll have like a completely sleepless night. It was just like you know, a worse night of sleep compared to other nights, I'd say. But it wasn't terrible. What other sort of like hackers? Oh, wait, hold on, we're meant to sell things. That's what I was running over here. Hackers have I run into in different games? Animal Crossing hackers? One of my friends, one of my old online friends in Animal Crossing, because I used to have like an online friend, like group of friends, on an old Animal Crossing forum. I say old, I think it's still up and running, I'm not gonna lie. I just, you know, don't participate in it anymore, and I don't really have much in the way of desire to. I forgot what I was gonna say. Yeah, and he used Action Replay to basically like hack in a load of money. I mean, he gave me some money so I could actually finally pay off my debt in Wild World. So that's how I paid off the final installment of a loan in Wild World. In retrospect, obviously, I probably could have paid it off myself if I actually, you know, did anything useful during that game, but I didn't. I forgot what I was going to say. I don't really know. We're going to chop wood and we're going to round off this episode here because I've basically run out of things to talk about. So yeah. Hackers, cheats, scammers. Cheater. Isn't there like a playground rhyme about that? Something? Cheater. Buy an egg beater. Scramble away and fill up a heater. I don't really know. I'm just trying to think of rhymes. See, you know, playground rhymes. It doesn't really have to make sense what you're saying. It just has to kind of rhyme and be memorable. I mean, it'll just be, you know, stuck in children's memories until they turn into adults and that sort of thing. Like, you know, like, Ippa-dippa-dotion, my operation. How many people at the station? It's like, what does that even mean? I also remember train station. It probably doesn't. It probably means operating station, now I think about it. And literally never came to that realization until just now. But anyway, I'm going to round off this episode here. So, I suppose if you've got your own stories about running into hackers or some sort of like scammers or whatever and cheaters in games, then do let me know. And then maybe it'll be an entertaining story. But for now, if you have been watching, thank you very much. It's been Animal Crossing New Horizons. I've been Dear Darling. Any likes, comments, subscription, shares, I greatly appreciate it. Join my Dear Darling Discord, follow me on Twitter down below. Hope to see each other again. But for now, it's our farewell. So until next time, bye bye for now.